Mama June loves making the headlines, but she may have crossed the line with her latest stunt. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The reality TV celeb, who has long battled drug addiction and legal troubles, decided to obstruct her daughter's meet and greet event with fans in Atlanta. However, June's eldest daughter, Lauren Pumpkin Aford, gave her the cold shoulder and a harsh reality check. Pumpkin retaliated against her mom for giving up Honey Boo Boo custody and prioritizing money over her children. The conflict was recorded for the Mama June Family Crisis episode aired on WeTV on June 9. Mama June blasted by her daughter Pumpkin in latest episode. To understand why Mama June appeared at the meet and greet upset her daughters, fans need to return to their conflict's root. For years, June has struggled with drug addiction and legal issues. As a result, she abandoned her girls and lost custody of Alana. Pumpkin stepped up and raised her baby Ella, while simultaneously taking on Alana's legal guardian role. After getting sober and marrying Justin Stroud, June sought to get back in touch with her daughters, but they weren't ready to forgive and forget. Pumpkin, Alana, Jessica, and their partners were expected to have a good time at the meet and greet event. In Atlanta, they had a fan gathering where they could talk to their fans and share their personal experiences. However, the situation deteriorated when June and Justin unexpectedly showed up there. They waited in the parking lot until Josh and Dralyn had left. Then they entered the building to surprise their daughters. But the celebrity didn't appear to apologize to them. Mama June arrived only to demand an answer to why they ignored her message and didn't show up at her bridal shower. The mother of three pretended that nothing was wrong. Pumpkin, though, was not having it. She burst out on June for being selfish and giving up custody of Alana to save money. She also accused her mom of being incapable of choosing her kids over men or money. The confrontation between Mama June and Pumpkin was heated and emotional. Alana and Jessica tried to calm them down, but they were also hurt and angry by June's actions. A cliffhanger at the end of the episode left the audience wondering what would happen next. The situation has viewers scratching their heads, but they're optimistic that the show's upcoming episode will clear everything up. Mama June. Pumpkin got furious on Mama June for her drug abuse. June Shannon faced the wrath of her daughter Lauren Pumpkin Aford in the latest episode. The reality TV actress, who has been drug-free for 3 years following an extended struggle, invited her daughters to her wedding to Justin Stroud to re-establish their relationship. Her kids, however, disregarded her text and skipped her bridal shower. When the daughters were having a meet and greet with fans in Atlanta, June decided to take matters into her own hands and was desperate for an explanation. But her elder daughter Pumpkin blasted her mother for ruining the event. The celebrity accused June of doing drugs and walking away from her and Alana when they most needed her. Alana was shocked by the fight, and Mama June was in tears. The show's viewers are speculating whether June and Pumpkin will ever reconcile. Stay tuned to TV season and spoilers further updates. Alana, affectionately known as Honey Boo Boo to fans around the world, had been eagerly anticipating her high school graduation for months. It was a milestone moment, a chance to celebrate her achievements and mark the beginning of a new chapter in her life. But as the big day drew near, Alana couldn't shake the feeling of unease that gnawed at her heart. Chapter 2. Mama June's Promise. Mama June had promised Alana that she would be there to support her on her special day, a promise that Alana clung to with unwavering faith. Despite their tumultuous past, Alana believed that this was Mama June's chance to make things right, to prove that she was capable of being the mother that Alana had always longed for. Chapter 3. The Betrayal. But as the hours ticked by and the graduation ceremony loomed closer, Mama June was nowhere to be found. Alana's heart sank as she scanned the crowd, searching desperately for a glimpse of her mother's familiar face. And when Mama June failed to show up, Alana's worst fears were realized. Once again, her mother had let her down when she needed her the most. Chapter 4. A Sister's Anguish. Pumpkin, Alana's older sister and staunchest defender, felt the surge of anger and frustration as she watched her mother's absence take its toll on Alana's spirits. For years, Pumpkin had been the one to pick up the pieces whenever Mama June faltered, but this time felt different. This time, Mama June's actions had cut deeper than ever before. Chapter 5. The Confrontation. As the graduation ceremony drew to a close, Pumpkin couldn't contain her emotions any longer. With tears streaming down her face, she confronted Mama June, unleashing a torrent of pent-up rage and resentment. How could Mama June be so selfish, so careless, as to miss such an important moment in Alana's life? The words cut deep, leaving Mama June reeling in their wake. Chapter 6. Mama June's Defense. In the face of Pumpkin's accusations, Mama June struggled to find the right words to defend herself. She knew she had made a mistake, a grave mistake, in missing Alana's graduation, but try as she might, she couldn't justify her actions. All she could do was offer a heartfelt apology and pray that her daughters would find it in their hearts to forgive her. Chapter 7. The Rift Widens. But forgiveness was not forthcoming. Not yet, anyway. The rift between Mama June and her daughters had grown wider than ever before, a gaping chasm of hurt and mistrust that seemed impossible to bridge. And as Mama June grappled with the consequences of her actions, she knew that repairing their fractured relationship would be the hardest battle she had ever faced. Chapter 8. A Mother's Regret. Alone in her room, Mama June allowed herself to succumb to the weight of her regrets. She replayed the events of the day over and over in her mind, each moment a painful reminder of her failure as a mother. How had she let things come to this? How had she allowed her own demons to overshadow the happiness of her daughter's special day? Chapter 9. The Road to Redemption. Determined to make amends, Mama June embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. She sought out therapy to confront the traumas of her past, vowing to break free from the cycle of hurt and dysfunction that had plagued her family for generations. And as she took the first steps toward healing, she prayed that it wasn't too late to mend the bonds that had been broken. Chapter 10. A Glimmer of Hope. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Mama June slowly began to rebuild the bridges that had been burned. She reached out to Alana and Pumpkin with humility and sincerity, asking for their forgiveness and promising to do better, to be better, for their sake. And though the wounds of the past would not heal overnight, there was a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A hope that one day they could find their way back to each other, stronger and more united than ever before. Thus concludes the tale of Mama June's actions and the fallout within the Shannon family. Through heartache and adversity, they learned that forgiveness is the first step on the path to healing, and that love has the power to overcome even the deepest of wounds.